Good morning. Hi, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 531, and we're here live in Southwest Florida in my backyard. Got my cute little fire pit on this morning. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. Let me turn the camera a little bit so you can see it. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Hi, Thea. Excuse me. Hi, Pamela. Good morning. Hi, Grace. Good morning. Hi, Judy. Hi, Naomi and Lily and Jill, Grace, Christine, Lucy, Judy. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Melissa and Cherie and Jane. Hi, Becky. Thanks, Jill. I've been pretty sick. Hi, Judy and Joe and Marcia. I'm starting to I feel better. Yes, I do feel better. I'm not 100%, but I feel better. A lot better. Hi, Elena and Chris. So last time we did a podcast was a week ago today. And I was telling you about what a crazy Sunday I'd had the day before, spending the whole day at the Verizon and Apple store over my phone. And sometime on that Monday, I just tanked and started getting really congested. And I ended up being very sick with a chest cold for most of the week. And I even went back and forth about doing the podcast this morning. I'm mostly better, but my energy level just isn't where it should be for me. But figured it's been a week, so whatever state I'm in, I figured I could at least muster up the strength to say hello to everybody. And I have been working behind the scenes, obviously. And working on shipping out Black Friday orders and regular orders, and working on the 52 crochet gifts book behind the scenes, and all other sorts of exciting stuff. So the business is still going well, and everything's still happening, and you can still order, and your orders are shipping out. So don't worry about anything in that respect. It's just been really hard to go live and keep up on absolutely everything I do. Obviously, orders and shipping come first because that's how I make money to support my family and keep a roof over my head. So anything you can do to still support my business is greatly appreciated, even when I don't go live. But anyway, thanks, Cherie. Thanks, Jill. Thank you all for the kind words and support and feeling better. Yeah, it's tough when you're an entrepreneur and you have no other revenue source. It's very difficult to run that line of responsibility between not pushing it too hard and resting and making money. So it ends up being a very difficult spot to be in for someone that does the type of work that I do. So it was a very tough call last week to take it as easy as I did. Kitties are so curious about the fire, scared but curious. Yeah, no one's here to pick up the slack for me, Grace. Exactly. So it's really tough to run a business like this. So anything you can do to still support my business is obviously greatly appreciated. Yeah, chest colds knock you right off your feet. And the scary thing is if you don't respect them, they'll turn into pneumonia or something much, much worse, which will knock you off your feet even longer. Bjorn wants to come up, but he's terrified of the fire. You're not going to get hurt, honey. See? He wants to sit with me so badly, but then he looks at the fire and he's like, I don't know, but I really want to cuddle. Yeah, there was a little kitty quake. I tried to stop it. See? You're safe from the fire. You'll be safe. Thanks, Pamela. I appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. All right, so there's lots of stuff has happened to share with you, though. Let's see. Well, week 6 So week 6 patterns came out for 52 crochet gifts last week, and I wanted to show those to you this morning. So one of them is the Ellen plant hanger, which is in my kitchen, and I didn't have the heart to pull it down out of my kitchen window. So you can see those photos for sure on my website and in the email and in the blog post and everywhere else. And all of the new patterns, as well as everything that's been released so far, is all in the week 6 update, and they are all available as individual patterns if you don't want the whole book. So there are 18 patterns released so far of the 52. And so in addition to the Ellen plant hanger, which would make a wonderful gift, I also released the Anita bag, which is done in Be So Serene yarn and Be So Dazzling yarn. So we hold the dazzling and serene together for these beautiful floral bands, and then the solid bands are done in simple single crochet in the round that I just love that texture in Be So Serene yarn. You can find information on my website for where to find the fabric, where to find the handles, both on my Amazon shop, and then you can find Be So Serene yarn and Be So Dazzling yarn on my website. This is color gold, and this is color mindful. And then the other new pattern this week is this beautiful hooded scarf, which is called the Sarah. And so we start by making a hood, and I wanted to mention that I am extremely particular about hoods and how to design hoods. I do not like hoods that have a point coming out the back. So if you have made hoods before that were super easy to make, the easiest way to make a hood is to take a fabric and simply fold it in half and sew up the one side and leave the other side open. You have a hood, and it has this point on the end of it. So your face would be here and you'd have a point here. Super easy to do. However, I don't think those hoods are very attractive on. So to create something with shaping in it, we made this hood a little bit differently. I added some shaping in the beginning of it, which gives it a flatter back. So it ends up being 3-dimensional. So when you put it on, whoops, I did that wrong, hold on. So that when you put it on, look at the back. It fits my rounded head. You need something that has some rounding and some shaping in it. A 2-dimensional hood has a point on a round 3-dimensional head. So here we go. So now we've got this rounded hood, and you can wrap this around your neck. And I made the scarf portions long enough that you could wrap them a couple of times, and they'll still hang down in the front if you want. Imagine this underneath your coat when it's super duper cold outside. Now, let's say it warms up in the day and you don't want the hood anymore. No problem. It just can roll down onto your neck, and then it just gives you an extra coziness around your neck, and you can still wrap it around. But it gives you this oomph behind, kind of like a travel pillow. You know those travel pillows? It gives you that extra volume back here where if you're not wearing the hood, it is so incredibly cozy back there. Just so awesome. And then I wanted to point out that the way I constructed it as well, the scarf behind the hood ends up laying flat on your shoulders. Really pretty too. So see how it still lays, you can wear it down. If you wore it down, it'll stay flat. It's not part, the hood is not part of the scarf. It's extra. Can you see that? Do I need to get up? Not sure if I need to get up. So really great options. And in addition to that, it has a beautiful stitch pattern. Thanks, Thea. It has this beautiful stitch pattern that's reversible, and it's by taking a 4 repeat of, I think it was treble crochet. I can't remember if it's double or treble at the moment. I think it's treble. And by taking the 4th stitch and changing the position. So you skip a stitch, work the next 3, and then work the 4th back in that first space that you missed. And by doing that, you create this wrap, this diagonal design, And it looks identical on both sides. Isn't that wonderful? So I alternated that beautiful texture. With rows of single crochet, and then alternated the sequence of how many single crochets in the different bands, just to give some variety in there. And so that entire sequence of stitch pattern matches in the scarf and the hood. And then we did our twisted fringe for the edge, which, and I gotta tell you, twisted fringe is such a beautiful edging on any project, but it also helps weigh down the edges. So at the end of a scarf, to help with a little bit of body, to keep that scarf laying flat, is so nice. This is Be So Soulful yarn, which is one of my #2 sport weight yarns. You could make it in any #2 sport weight yarn, or you could, adjust your gauge to make it in any yarn, obviously. But this is done in Be So Soulful yarn. Thanks, Cherie. I love the twisted fringe too. I love all kinds of fringe. But I do think it's fun to come up with new ways to do fringe without cutting yarn. It just makes it easier for washing and long-term wear. Yeah, Be So Sporty would be beautiful for this as well. Absolutely, Joe. You'll need 2 balls for this one. This is a 2-ball project. But yes, Be So Sporty would be a wonderful substitute for Be So Soulful. Both would work interchangeably. Also, Be So Sporty Bling would be really beautiful. Good idea, Joe. Yeah, this would be absolutely gorgeous and sporty. Beautiful. And sporty would, because of that silky feel, would be really nice for not messing up your hair with a hood. The Christmas tree, oh, for your Christmas present, that's nice. Oh, Cherie's got sporty and Shishugi Bond. Yeah, that would be beautiful too. How about the baby yarn? Sure, baby yarn's a little bit thicker, so you might want to adjust your gauge accordingly because it is a hood. But yeah, you could do it in baby, you could do it in any yarn. You just need to adjust your gauge and pay attention to the yardage. That's it. But yes, for sure you could do it in any yarn. Good questions, everybody. Excuse me. Does anybody have any other questions about it? If you need me to stand up to show you more of the scarf, I can. Show you the length of it. Oh, Christine just got the baby yarn. So soft. Thank you. It is soft. I'm wearing my sunset blanket this morning too. Remember this one from my Redbubble shop? Wearing this one on my lap, but I guess if I'm going to stand up, I'll put the scarf on. How far back do I have to go? Oh, I might even have to lift the camera up to do this. Okay. All right, so you can see that the scarf has a very generous length to it, which I think is so smart when you're making an outerwear scarf. You want it to be long enough that you can wrap it at least once, if not twice. So with the hood, you can see the hood is separate from the scarf, so you still have a scarf behind your neck for warmth. And it just rolls up so nice when you tighten up the scarf, and you could tie it like this. You could wrap it and put it in the back, and it's still long enough that you could wrap it one more time and bring it back to the front. And then you have, it's one of the beauties of the fringe is it still weighs down even those little bits of scarf, so that you still have it weighted down nicely and still a decent length for something that's wrapped all the way around. So hopefully that helps. And now we'll bring this back down. Someone's asking for a video. If everyone thinks it's already done, I'm guessing you mean for the twisted fringe. Yes, you can find a video for the twisted fringe already on my website. There is not a video for this one yet. I just released the pattern last week and I've been out sick all week, so it is coming. The pattern is available now. Yes, it's called the Sarah Hooded Scarf. It's available in my new pre-order book, 52 Crochet Gifts, or it's available as a single pattern download on my website. So you can get it either way, and if you go to my most recent blog post about week 6 release of 52 Crochet Gifts, you can find out the links for both of those. The hood is made first and the scarf is added to it. So there's no sewing, it's added as you go. It's done seamlessly. Great questions. Yes, it covers your head and your neck, Marcia. It's the perfect cold weather scarf. Christine didn't see it. Okay. Thanks, Cherie. Yeah, it's the perfect combination for cold weather. And look at how nicely it folds down so you could it doesn't get in the way. I love that it can fold down and just be extra cozy like a travel pillow when you're not wearing the hood. This makes it like the coziest scarf to just wear around your neck because there's a little bit of volume behind your neck. Really nice. Lots of great questions, everybody, as always. Wait for more questions. Can you see I think you can see one kitty. I don't think you can see both. So Bjorn's on the table over there. There's Becker on the chair. Thanks, Susan. Yes, you should get the book, 52 Crochet Gifts. Is this a quick project? Relatively speaking, yes, it's 2 balls of yarn. It's a simple stitch pattern and it's done on an H hook. I think you could do it in less than a week. That's the goal of anything in the book, obviously, is that it takes less than a week to make. It depends on how quick or slow you are at crochet, but I believe that a scarf and a hood would quantify as a smaller project. On the larger side of smaller projects, obviously it's going to take more than a pair of earrings, but less than a sweater. But I think that simple scarves and simple shawls can qualify as quick gifts. Hi, Edna. Good morning. I'm feeling a little better, Edna. Thanks for asking. I have strange and crazy news to share with all of you this morning. Well, not crazy, but Marlon and I watched a Marlon and I watched a documentary on Friday called The Game Changers on drinking coffee, Christine, watching The Game Changers on Netflix on Friday, which is a documentary by James Cameron, Jackie Chan, and Arnold Schwarzenegger about plant-based diet for athletes. And I cannot believe I'm going to say this. I still can't believe it's happening. Marlon decided that he is interested in plant-based diet, which he's been almost a complete carnivore his whole life. It's been difficult to get him to eat anything but meat, but he was so compelled and inspired by this documentary that he's decided that he wants to give it a try. And we are 3 days into plant-based eating in our home, and he feels like it has helped with his endurance and with his strength, and he's excited to pursue it a little further. So I'm just going to keep pursuing it with him. I do believe in it for lots of good reasons, but it's very difficult to support such a drastic difference in diet when you're cooking for so many different needs that I have often put it on the back burner. I've been vegetarian and vegan many times in my life, and just gone back and forth and out of it. But for 3 days now, we've been totally vegan, and it's been a lot of fun introducing him to different foods that he was never interested in trying before. So it's been a lot of fun. I told him, it's no reason that you have to do it 100% if you don't want to. Don't do anything that you don't enjoy. He is still a kid, but he's enjoying it and having fun with it and interested in trying new things. So it's been a lot of fun. So I've made him some curried lentils that he's eaten. I've gotten him to eat beans for the first time. And what else? We did a vegan pesto yesterday, which simply just doesn't have cheese in it. Yeah, but it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, of course I like to be supportive, Pamela. Yep, we'll be sharing vegan dishes while we're doing this for sure, Marcia. Yes, yep. Yeah, it's exciting, Edna. It's exciting to just see him want to try something new. I'm not going to take it, I just don't want to take anything too seriously or too far. No dairy, Lily. There's no dairy, no eggs, and no meat. No poultry and no fish. So it's just all plant-based foods. But, there's so much that you can do. And after watching that documentary, we were both very inspired to give it a go. The documentary is called The Game Changers, and it's on Netflix if you're interested in watching it. I think it's an hour and 20 minutes, not very long, but very interested. There is non-dairy yogurt too, Judy. So anybody that needs their fixes, so to speak, there's also, you'd be amazed at how many different things there are out there. You know what, Lily? I feel like it has cleaned out my body quickly, and so has Marlon. And even in some of the tests that they showed on the documentary, your blood gets cleaned out after even one meal. It was amazing. It was some of the things that we watched were truly amazing. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll probably be doing some sort of plant-based food in the, you know what, Christine, change is only hard when you're not excited about it. That just like when we talk about, I want to learn to knit or I want to learn to crochet, but I don't know what to make. You got to find that project that excites you and motivates you, and the same goes for trying a new diet or trying anything new in your life. You got to find something that excites you about it, and excitement is what keeps you motivated. Kept in Stitches says it's hard to find things that aren't soy. Just the more interest there is in plant-based foods, the more options there are out there, and there's so many non-soy options out there for people like you too. You're welcome, Christine. It's true. When you're feeling resistant towards doing something, that's not the time to start it. You got to find a way to be in a place of excitement and motivation in order to do something new. That's when you're really going to give it your all, and when you're really going to see the results that you want. So when you're feeling like you're in a place of resistance, it might be a time to reflect. It might be a time to meditate on it and find a way to get into a better headspace before starting something new, because when you're feeling resistant to the idea, you're not going to get the results that you would get if you're excited. Yeah, Chobani has a non-dairy yogurt. You'd be amazed at what you find in the dairy section of the grocery store. There's lots of non-dairy items. I know I personally am a cream cheese fan, and there's a brand called Kite Hill that makes a chive cream cheese out of almonds that I love, And that's only when I'm not making my cashew cream cheese, which is amazing too. I make a non-dairy probiotic cream cheese out of cashews that's amazing. Pamela's lactose intolerant, so she stays away from most dairy. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with cashews. Yes, that is true, Julie. Yeah, so I'm just excited to see that Marlon's interested in trying something new. And, you know, the fact that it's good for the environment, it's good for our bodies, it's good for the animals. You know, we're both such big animal lovers too. So, yes, my probiotic cashew cream cheese recipe is in 80 Handmade Gifts. So if you already have that book, you already have that recipe. And it is super duper easy to make and absolutely delicious. And you know, once you add chives to it, it's just unbelievable. Judy says not good for the farmers. You mean the cattle farmers? Yeah, I suppose you're right. Great for the vegetable farmers, though. Lucy, yeah, I think you would, yeah, just, you know, all you have to do is just start by trying something new, right? Yeah, definitely great for vegetable farmers. What Marlon and I have both found, and I've found many times over the years, is that when you take something out of your diet, a lot of times you don't crave it anymore after a while, which I find bizarre. But I do get to a place where I don't crave the things that I normally crave anymore, which is nice. It does get easier. But we haven't had any issues so far. Wow, it's starting to warm up. Yay! Yep, I'm not saying any diet is for everybody. Anything that you guys are happy with right now, that's good for you. No problem. No judgment here. Yeah, to each their own, exactly, Grace. And I don't think that anybody has to do anything 100% either. I think it's just good to be open-minded and try things. Yeah, bread's included. We just stay away from a lot of processed food, so we try to focus on things that are homemade or plant-based or whole food-based. Annette's been vegan almost 20 years, and I miss the rest of that. Yeah, it's fun to try something new, Cherie, and fun to see how your body reacts to different things. I find that to be scientifically amazing. It's just to see how your body reacts differently to things. Neither of us have felt the urge to snack as much since we changed our diet, which we both find that mind-blowing because we both love to snack at night. All right, so I believe most of you have, eating, something messed up your health. Yeah, everything's different for everybody. Cherie's a snacker at night too. Me too. Salty and crunchy. Yep. I'm glad you found what works for you, Annette. I didn't say, there's a different diet for everybody, guys. Yeah, healthy and crunchy. Hi there, baby Bjorn. You're back. Did you want to say hi one more time? Oh, it's a baby. Just don't look at the fire. If you don't look at the fire, you won't get scared. Is that better? No, we're still too close. You can feel it on your toes, huh? He does not like the fire. I should turn it off anyway. It's getting warm. Okay, so if anybody forgets what was new this week, or even forgets what all 18 patterns are released so far in the 52 Crochet Gifts Week 6, you could oh, I thought there was a question about the book. You could read my latest blog post, which will tell you not only where to find the ebook that's at a lower price during the pre-order period. It'll also show you where to find all 18 patterns if you want to order them individually, or you can go to the books page on my website, kristinomdahl.com/52 crochet gifts, and on that page you can find out what's involved in all the patterns, what yarns are used, what hooks are used, what extra resources are needed, if possible, like on the bags where to get the handles and things like that. And so you can get lots of information there as well. And if you have any questions, always feel welcome to ask me here. So the new patterns for this week, but there are 18 patterns now available, all included in the releases, and there'll be a new release this week. We've got the Sarah hooded scarf. We have the Anita crochet bag, and we also have the Ellen plant hanger, which is in my kitchen, so I didn't bring that one. But there are photos of all of those, as well as all 18 patterns on the blog post and on all the book pages. And even if you just go to my single pattern shop, you can actually filter all of those patterns by this book if you wanted to see just the 52 Crochet Gifts patterns available so far, and you could shop all of those individually there. And again, if you have questions, please always feel welcome to ask. I do have, one other thing is I will be keeping the book bundles for sale. These were up for Black Friday, but I think that they would really make wonderful gifts still for the holidays, so I'm going to keep those. I'm going to move them from the Black Friday special page to my book page, so there is going to be 2 sets of book bundles on discount. The craft bundle will include Motif Magic, Layers Crochet, Layers Knit, and 80 Handmade Gifts at discount. So you can get all 4 of those, and if you want to get them at the discount and split them up as 4 different gifts for different friends, that's great. Or if you want to keep them for yourself, that's fine too. I'm also doing a discounted bundle on the 7 Create, Share, Inspire notebooks. So this is going to move from the Black Friday special over to my book page. So yes, you can. Christine, you were regretting not getting 2? Fine, perfect. Now you can get another set. So I'll have those listed in my bookshop later today, and they're still in the Black Friday special shop. So if you wanted to get them right now, they're still there. They'll still be there until I move them to the bookstore. So if you wanted to get all 7 of the Create, Share, Inspire notebooks at a discount, you can still get those as well. Ends up being $10 off getting all 7. And again, that could be 7 different gifts for different people to put them inside other gifts. Or what a wonderful bundle gift to give someone all 7. Either way, it would make a wonderful gift or wonderful assortment of gifts for multiple people. And you can get them at a discount. You'll find that on my website as well. Let's see, are there any other questions? I'm sorry. Don't mean to cough on camera. If I could stop it, I would. All right, well, if there's no more questions, why don't we pick a number between 1 and 7, and I will read a quote out loud this morning. Thanks, Pamela. I'm starting to feel better. Nope, there's no videos came out last week because I was sick last week. I will hopefully have videos coming out this week. Thanks, Cherie. Yes, I've been drinking ginger and honey and lemon. Someone said number 1. Ooh, this is a good one. Jeremy Taylor. Can you show how to make, yes, Christine, I will show how to make the vase on the floor. Yes. This is a quote from the first issue of Create, Share, Inspire notebook. This is by Jeremy Taylor. Focus on the strengths of those around you. This is such a good quote, simple but so good. Oh, we've got a cuddle bug coming now. Now that the fire's off, we've got our cuddle bug back. You coming back? You're not sure. I think that this is such a powerful quote because it's how you look at things, right? With, glass half full, half empty. When you're upset about the behavior of people around you, I think it's often because we're focusing on the things that we want to focus, that we're focused on. And if you can start focusing on the positives of anything, you can, make it more tolerable, make it more palatable, take the edge off of it. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. And you might realize that someone is never 100% bad. There are bad things about them, but they aren't 100% bad. And so when you can focus on the strengths of those around you instead of the weaknesses of them, I feel like sometimes it can improve your relationships with other people. Are there exceptions? Of course. Is there always a need to have excellent, healthy boundaries with people around you? Yes. But given all of that, I think when you can focus on people's strengths, I think you're focusing on the glass half full versus focusing on their weaknesses makes the glass half empty. That's all I'm saying. So thank you, Jeremy Taylor. Focus on the strengths of those around you. So I just think it's really interesting food for thought. It doesn't change the world. It won't change your relationships overnight. But I do think that it's very interesting that you can change your perspective pretty quickly by doing something like that. What do you think, baby Bjorn? Oh, you just want to cuddle now, don't you? No, Pamela, you need boundaries all the time. You need boundaries all the time. Good boundaries can prevent you from getting abused in the first place. Yes, gives you hope, exactly. If only we were, I think that if we could be taught more about boundaries when we're little, I think that there would be a lot less abuse in the world because we wouldn't give people the time of day that didn't respect our boundaries if we knew how to set good boundaries in the first place. Not everybody's raised to learn that. I know I wasn't raised to do that. That's only something I've learned as an adult and only in my 40s. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with us. I hope you enjoyed sucky little baby Bjorn. Hope you enjoyed the fire pit and chatting with me and everyone else and the show and tell of the exciting new patterns. If you have any questions, please always feel welcome to leave them in the recorded version of the podcast because I do get notifications for all of those throughout the day as well. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye.